Well, good evening, Mr. SGhonk. It is a pleasure to have you on the show and to be able to do an interview with you. How you doing?
Well, good day, Stuart. I'm fine. Thank you for having me on the show.
Well, all right, let's get down to business. How did you find out about YouTube poop?
Yeah, I can remember that day really good. It all started with one of my friends. He asked me if I know the game Hotel Mario. I was like, what the hell is this? It's a really bad Mario game, he explained to me. And after that, he showed me the cutscenes of Hotel Mario. And I couldn't stop laughing. These cutscenes are so bad, so hilariously bad, that I just couldn't stop laughing. It was a really funny experience. Well, after that, I started to check for more stuff, and I found several other YouTube poops. The first one I watched was Hotel Mario, the uncut edition from Greener Link, and it was one of the funniest things I have ever seen.
Tell us a little bit about the first YouTube poop you ever made.
Yeah, my first YouTube poop. My first YouTube poop. It was made in Windows Movie Maker. Yeah, it sucked balls. It basically was one of those Hotel Mario nouns and verbs replaced with whatever, and yeah, it wasn't great. It was bad, really bad, and I mean really bad. The first YouTube poop I used Flash elements in is this. You can still find it on my channel. It has the name The King and His Wii, and yeah, but I warn you, it's not really that good.
Now let's talk about your style for a moment. You have a style that is unlike any other pooper, especially the Flash poopers. You are unlike any other Flash pooper I've ever seen. You have originality and great art skills, which backs up your Flash work. Anything you want to say about that?
Yeah, I am really proud of my style. Why? Because it's professional. It's not something that everybody can do. Most people wouldn't have the patience to make YouTube poops like mine. Many people think that everything that moves around the screen is made in Flash, but it isn't. I only know one other YouTube pooper who used Flash as well. Walrus Guy. The difference between him and me? I've got a lot more experience and skill with Flash. I'm using complex frame-by-frame animations, like for example, when you watch my 5 ways to die in Hotel Mario video, at the end you see that dragon Hooktail eating Mario and stomping on Luigi. She is frame by frame animated, and I don't think you will see something like that from another YouTube pooper. My style is also really bloody. You often see exploding heads and blood splatters everywhere. Some people don't like this, but I do. And I think it's funny, and I won't stop with such major content.
Now, I'm sure a lot of your fans and your fellow pooping buddies have wondered this a long time, and I think it's time you've told everybody. Why Croco? How did he end up becoming your signature character, as they say?
I was searching for a signature character. First I wanted to use Mario or Luigi, but they are already really overused. So I searched for another character, somebody that isn't that famous. Then I started playing Mario RPG on Virtual Console, and I saw Croco there, and I thought he's awesome. He's something like a purple crocodile walking on 2 legs with a cool hat, and he talks almost like the scout from Team Fortress 2, and I kinda liked him. So I was like, hey, why not use him as my signature character? Crocodiles are one of my favorite animals, purple is my favorite color, and so I started to draw him and gave him my own style, and that's how it happened.
Who were your influences when you started pooping, and what poopers do you like nowadays?
The biggest influence when I started was IAMGOOMBA. I will be honest with you, I was kinda like a fanboy. He was the first guy who brought art to YouTube poop. He was a big inspiration for me. Well, there are several YouTube poopers that I enjoy to watch. One of them are these sentence mixing YouTube poopers, like Big Bowser 402 or Torne7. I also enjoy the videos from Starforge or Maystar Studios, and of course I also like those YouTube poop music videos such as Mexican Sunflower or Command Agronom.
What's your favorite poop you've ever made, and why is it?
Yeah, that's a kind of hard question, but I say my favorite YouTube poops I made are The Return to Gamelon, official gameplay trailer, and 5 Ways to Die in Hotel Mario. Simply because they are smooth animated, they got special effects that I made in Photoshop, and that's a nice combination. I like that.
Alright, let's talk about the machines behind the magic. What software are you using to make those amazing videos?
Yeah, there are a lot. First I've got Adobe Flash CS3 for animations. Then I got Photoshop CS3 for special effects or editing the background or screenshots. Then I got this Excelsoft video converter to convert all my files into the right format so that Sony Vegas can play them up. And then I lay out the video in Sony Vegas, paste all the scenes together and add the sound.
What do you think of all these people that talk shit like, ooh, Flash is for faggots. It takes no effort whatsoever to make a Flash poop.
These retards seriously need to be shut up. I've already told you that not everything that moves around the screen is made in Flash. Adobe Flash is a professional 2D animation program. It's complicated and complex. You need at least 1 year of experience to get to know how to work with Flash and how to make YouTube poops with it. It's not like that you don't need any effort. Those people are simply jealous because they suck at making videos.
Is there a certain source you'd like to see used more in YouTube poop?
Nine. Not really.
Now, you're not just a pooper. You also make some cartoons and animation. For instance, that Super Mario Brothers one that was kind of based on the GameCube Paper Mario. Tell us about some of that stuff.
Well, my Super Mario Bros. Project is a fan-made Mario animation, not only based on the Paper Mario game on the GameCube, also on many other Mario games. And this is actually the thing I wanted to get famous for. And after 6 months of painful work on my Super Mario Bros. Episode 2 Flash animation, I finally could upload it. On YouTube it only got a really poorly attention compared to my YouTube poops. And today I see that nobody gives a shit about that anyway. And I also uploaded it on Newgrounds. I have an account there as well. And the animation got front paged, and I've got like over 100,000 views for that. And it was actually a really success. But many people, and really many people, wrote really insulting and retarded reviews about the animation. They wrote comments like, "Oh, this animation sucks, Mario don't have a knife. Oh, this is too bloody for the Mario animation." And some people even mentioned the Second World War and write comments like, "You are Mr. Hitler." Please, people, when you make a racist joke, at least be creative. I mean, seriously, you are Mr. Hitler. This is like the worst joke I've ever heard, and that says something. I've already talked to a lot of people. I talked to Americans, I talked to Japanese, I talked to Russians, I talked to French. I've even talked to English people with really bad humor, and even they got better jokes than that. Excuse me. And well, after that, I really lost the motivation into the Super Mario Bros. Series, and so I stopped and started making YouTube poops. Simply because the Super Mario Bros. Animation took a lot of time and YouTube poops are way easier to make.